Hey, hey, hey!
Good morning, good morning.
It is Monday already. Let me change the camera angle just a little bit, maybe. How are you guys doing?
We just got to step taller.
Oh, is that what we got to do? Oh, guys, we are excited to get another call in with you guys today. We've got special guests that we're going to have on. So we know that you guys are going to enjoy what we got today. So they'll be joining us really soon. Once they join us, then we'll bring them on. So we'll bring them on camera. Until then, guys, what an exciting week we had last week with all of you. Tons of stuff that we were able to accomplish last week. So excited for what we've got going on this week. We've got core value number 7 that we're going to be going over today, as well as having a special guest with us that is going to be with us today. So I don't see Bev yet. Let's see, maybe this is her right there. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
There she is.
There she is, but it's not saying we can add her again. So what we did this week is I called Bev, and we were going to try and do this through Zoom, and found out that Zoom still doesn't allow you to stream over, and then be live was an option. And so here we are yet again at the mercy of Facebook. Bev, will you please send, invite yourself to come on, because it's not allowing me to add you. So if you can try to add yourself, and I don't know, maybe logging off and then logging back on. I see your picture, and then when I go to add you, it won't let me add you. So you're gonna have to invite yourself onto this broadcast. Let's try it that way and see if you can do that. While we're waiting to set that up, I'll jump into core value number 7, and that is leading with kindness. And so a lot of people might wonder why that's one of the core values that we have with the team. It should be, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe it's not obvious why we should lead with kindness, but the reality is this is a timing business, and many times whether we're trying to recruit someone into the business, or we have some new distributors or new customers, specifically distributors, that are not necessarily engaged at a level in the business that you're engaged in the business, sometimes we have a tendency to get bossy, maybe a little bit, and that doesn't work out very well. And so that's one scenario. Let's see if we can try this once again. I don't know if I see her on here. Let's see. Bev, you're gonna have to either invite yourself on, or you're gonna have to leave the broadcast and come back on, maybe, because it's not allowing you to come on here. And so I'll just give you guys, we'll come back to core value number 7. We would like to go back to a format where we can use Zoom, but it may be now having to go to Be Live, where we can have some consistency in interviewing people, because you guys don't want to just see us every week. I know that. That's not the purpose of what we do as a team. It's doing this together. Hey, Amanda, how are you? And so we want to do some interviews every week. And Facebook is just not cooperating very much with us because we thought we had this one licked. We had them come on early. Let's see, that's not her right there. Let's see. And I know on you guys' end, you're like, I'm waiting. So let's see if she's gone off and then come back in. No, it still says she's there. So, if you pop on, you're going to have to invite yourself. I am having a hard time inviting you on. So let me see if I can do this. Let me see. No, I wonder. It's got to be a setting. Okay. I'm just going to assume we're not going to have her on. And I know this is like the umpteenth week.
And Bev, I would just say keep trying, because if we see you pop on there, we definitely wanted to take advantage of the information that was prepared for today's call. So if you log off and log back on, we might have that option of adding you if you don't request the invite. So
yeah. So getting back to core value number 7, leading with kindness. When we were out in Utah, Rita Davenport talked about being kinder than necessary. She actually said nicer. Be nicer than necessary. And that's something that I just kind of wanted to talk about. She also said that you should imagine people have a sign around their neck and it says, "Make me feel important." And so she's messaging and I was trying to add, how do we request the invite? It's down at the bottom of the screen, Bev. You can request an invite when you log on, and then we can bring you onto the camera. So that's one of the options you have once you come in you can request to be added to the broadcast. So anyway, when you do that, guys, I know we're jumping back and forth. I hope you guys are able to stay with us today on this. There is nothing like being, at the mercy of technology at times, but making someone feel important, making someone feel like they are needed or that their issues are more important than your agenda is a key part to this business.
She said treat them like they're wearing a sign that says "Make me feel important." And then she went on to give examples of the results of when you do that. I had this conversation with my daughter the other day because one of her strong suits is that she compliments people, complete strangers. It's just kind of part of who her makeup is. And like we went to dinner. We went to dinner Friday night. She goes to the bathroom. She comes back and we're eating dinner. And a complete stranger walks up to our table and said, I want you to have this. And hands my daughter a pin that she had been wearing because she complimented on her. A brooch, yeah. She had complimented her on it. And it was like a really old brooch. And so the thing of it is when you treat people with kindness, it always comes back to you in a good way. And here's the thing. Haven't you noticed that when you do that, when you're doing that, you feel better? Like it puts you in a happier state of mind. And as it also does for the person that you're doing it for. So it's just a mindset of always trying to treat people that way. And when you kind of program your brain, then you're more inclined to do that on a regular basis, and everybody wins when that's the scenario.
Yeah. So Rita, I know she plays this Southern girl, laid back, kind of, I'm just a silly old Southern girl slang. In her day, and she's just been a speaker now for quite some time. She was the top of Arbonne. She basically put Arbonne on her back and built that thing. And some of the things that we have tried to implement into our team are directly related to Rita's advice that I've gotten. And so like our retreats that we did last year and the year before, that was completely based on information I got from Rita. She had a program called Weekend at Rita's until, her group got too big to be able to have people at her home. But it was based on creating community and relationships beyond the business so that when the business got a little difficult, there were hard fastened relationships there that people could trust and knew who they were working with. And so this core value is important because not only from a distributor standpoint are people going to maybe not be doing things that you want them to do, but on your invites, when you're inviting people, the essence of our business is inviting people to look at this. And really, it's just a very simple process. If you're doing anything out of inviting someone to take a look at a tool, and then once they've watched the tool, if they've not yet decided to purchase the product or join you in the business, then the third step means they probably have questions, and those questions would be related to the business or to the products, and that's where you would use. I hope that you guys can take this core value and also apply that when you're inviting, because there are going to be people that are not going to be so nice to you when you invite. They're going to say things like, oh, I can't believe you're doing that. You guys have heard the story that I've told that I used as fuel. I had a very close business friend that absolutely embarrassed me at a lunch meeting because I was involved in network marketing, and he couldn't believe I was involved in network marketing and said some nasty things. And I just used it as fuel to drive me. And so some people are going to do that out of ignorance. Some people are going to do it out of fear. But what I want you guys to realize is this business is all about timing. It's all about timing. You don't know what's going on in people's lives. And many times their responses are harsh, but it's really based on fear. There's only two emotions really in life, love and fear. And it's what drives every decision every day. Every decision every day is based on those two emotions. And if we can take a chapter out of Rita's book, right? And just say that we should be nicer than necessary to our team, nicer than necessary to strangers, nicer than necessary to the people that we're inviting, it's going to go a long, long, long way in your business. And so it's just something we wanted to highlight as one of the core values this week. From a team aspect, the month has been really exciting coming out of our Elite Academy. The hair, the before and after pictures from the hair care system is absolutely exciting. Absolutely exciting. I know most, if not all of you guys are using the products at this time. I think you guys should share those stories. Share the stories as much as you can. Build for the launch that's coming next month. We don't have an exact time for the launch next month. Don't know when exactly that is. Do you know any updates?
Well, I know there's a goal date, but just to be on the safe side, saying mid-December is a safe way to go. I was going to say, I wonder if Tom was on.
It's probably a setting. Yeah, I don't see Tom.
Yeah.
It's probably a setting because some people you can add and some you can't. I don't see Tom anywhere on here. I know the camera's shaking now on you guys now, but if you saw us in the office, I've got a little tripod that's connected to my iPhone right now, and it's hanging from some blinds in the office because it gives the best light in the room. We want to take a picture of this. In fact, take a picture of this. We'll post up what this actually looks like on our end. But we'll get Bev in on next week for sure, because her story is super powerful. We're probably going maybe to a Be Live situation so that we can get her on here. But back to the hair care, and we'll wrap this up for today. Make sure you guys still understand at our core when you're inviting that we are a Nerf To Company, right? This hair care product is an extension of our core product, Pro Tandem Nerf 2. That doesn't mean that your invite can't be hair care related. By all means, if someone compliments your hair, that is an open door. Or if there's any possible way to start a conversation with the hair care system, do it, all right? But at its core, when you start sharing information, we want to keep this thing super simple. And our flagship product is the Nerf 2 product, is NRF2's Pro Tandem. And so just a little thought for you guys as we get into this launch. We've seen some launches in the past, absolutely amazing launch, but our people get a little lost in the system. The system is invite, tool to the team. If you don't understand that process, then get with some of your support team and ask the questions. Hey, what's that mean? What's that mean, invite, tool, team? Because here's something you should remember, guys. What works doesn't matter. What works does not matter. You may say, oh, I've got 10 people on hair care because of my before and after picture. Well, unless everybody has those same results, unless all those people you put on the hair care system have the exact same result, you're going to have breakdown in your system. And so what you need to remember is the only thing that is important is what duplicates. That is the only thing that's important. We want highly influential people to join us, because highly influential people have a network of people that are just ready to go, yep, sign me up. Yep, whatever you're doing, sign me up, I'm in. But that is not duplicatable, okay? So we want those highly influential people. What comes to mind is people like Bev, doctors, personal trainers, people that have a network that already look up to them, because they're going to have immediate success. They're going to have immediate customers, immediate distributors. So we want them to join our team. But those people have to stick to a duplicatable system, because they're not going to enroll only doctors. At some point, it has to be a simple system. That's why we love talking about Nerf 2, and just like everybody's posting up here in the comments, ITT, right? Invite Tool Team. And we had a slogan, right? Do it. But it is spelled with 2 T's. Do it. I invite T tool T team. Invite tool team, and that will get you some duplication and success in your organization. So any thoughts as we close this out for the day?
No, I can tell you, I apologize, because I had my mind completely on the fact that we are going to have this rock star guest. So y'all are going to have to hang tight for that, but that is where my preparation went in time, and so...
Yeah, that was an absolute curveball right at the launch, because we thought we had this one figured out. Yeah. We thought we were like, all right, we got this one. And just when you think you got it, you don't got it. So anyway, hey, we all make mistakes. I'm going to encourage all of you guys to do this week. I'm going to encourage all of you to go live this week on your profile page, guys. Go live on your profile page. And I just want you to be nicer than necessary to people this week. Have a message to people to reach out to the people around them and be kind, be nice. Do some nice things for people this week. You just don't know what people are going through. And in today's crazy world that we live in, you might be surprised that there are people that you think have it together and they don't have it together. And that's what this is all about. You guys heard Andy Andrews, right? Maybe I talked about this last week a little bit, and this is the last thing I'll share with you. Andy said, if I asked you what your product was, what would you tell me? And many people's mind go to Nerf 2, right? They'll go to Protandem, and that is not the product. The product is you, right there. You are the product, guys. And if you as a product, as a whole, if that's not an attractive thing to the people that you're inviting this to, then they're not going to be attracted to join you, right? And so you are the product. And what does that mean? That means you need to smile more. I think Rita was talking. It was either Rita or Andy. She's like, just smile more.
Wait, Andy too, because Andy was saying you nod.
Oh yeah. So try that this week, guys. Go do a live this week. All of you, do a live this week and be nicer than necessary. And then when you're talking to people this week, just smile. Yeah, just smile. And Rita, I think Rita's had a little work done.
Rita's rocking it. You leave her alone. She said her and Dolly Parton had a little pact.
Wait, right? Rita kind of...
If you can nip it, tuck it, whatever.
Suck it. So yeah, Rita's kind of got a permanent smile going right now, which is probably working for her. We might need to do that for all of us, right? Just kind of tape up a smile because listen, it works. If you're smiling, that's attractive. If you're smiling, you're doing something most people are not doing. Right? And so we are the product. If you can't smile, then you need to rethink what's going on in your life, because something is not right. Your mind is focused on the wrong things. And how in the world can you help someone if you're not in a better place? The saying is, in order to lift someone up, you have to be standing on higher ground. And the only way to do that, guys, is to dive into you, make you better. That's what this is really about. Protandem is our flagship product, but the real product is you. And when we have enough yous that are on point, this thing blows up. People will always want to be a part of that. So we'll get Bev on. Sorry about having a little bit of a curveball, but tag your teams in this live that we've done today. leading with kindness is a huge part of what we're going to do with this team. And it's a big reason why people will be joining us in the future. So anyway, that is all for today. You guys have a great week.
Take
See you
care,
guys later.
guys.